Humble. I am Jessica. Welcome to the Last News Hour. That is a working title because everything's in the workings now. I'm here with my co-host, Nora. Would you like to say hello?
Hello and good evening to everybody.
Yes, good evening. Good evening. And madam, would you like to post this link with our friends over there in the Discord server so they know we are over here doing a live stream?
Yes, ma'am, I'm on top of it right now.
I love it. I love it. So, I am a comedy writer, and I also have this affinity and degree in political science. So, I like to talk about that. And I started coming on Rumble with, hold on a second, my mouth is so dry, I sound ridiculous. It's a comedy show, that's why I just splashed water on myself. It was totally on purpose. So, I was tickling that little politico fancy over here on Rumble with Miss Nora, and then I said, hey, I also write comedy and do a stand-up. You want to check this out? And I made her laugh so hard her cheeks hurt yesterday. And then I said, you know what? Today we can kill two birds with one stone. We could do a comedy news show. Are you down for that, madam?
I said absolutely.
Love it. I love it. What have you been doing all day?
I have been dealing with a whole bunch of politics just because, that's what happens.
That is what happens. And actually, that's why I invited you on, is because you've been steeped in that sweet, sweet politics all day. And so you know all that stuff. And I know with today's headlines, madam, you were laughing. Is that so?
Oh, yes, ma'am. One of them was definitely hilarious, and it fed off of yesterday. So
Oh, yeah?
it just made me super excited.
Right. And so for today's little stream here, I'm going to just what did I title this one? Weird daddy issues. Okay, perfect. Subtitle over here is called You Can Just Do Things. Did you know that?
You can just do things.
I know. Because and a lot of people are using the example of Trump retitling the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America because you can just do things. And there is other people that have inspired me that have just done things. For example, some of our other friends that just started echoing all of a sudden. Did you hear that?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Okay.
But
it's on my end. Maybe I'm just tickling the
we
microphone.
were having weird issues earlier today.
I noticed. I saw some of your other streams. But yeah, so I'm inspired by some of the other people that get on here and stream to no one because it's like, if they can do it, I can do it. And the other people that have inspired me is like Kamala Harris. She's been very inspirational to me because I'm like, if she can run for president, if she can be that convinced she could run this country, what can I do? You know what I mean? That's a clear example. You can just do things.
She lived in her delusion so hard that it made you live in your delusion. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. There weren't all fake votes. That's the thing. Like, it would be too hard to fake all of them. That means the people voted for her. Isn't that hard to believe? Jeez. I know. And it's other things too. It's like other people very, very inspirational to me is like Jimmy Kimmel. You know him, right?
Yes.
Was he on The Late Show? What is that?
Yeah.
I just find it so inspirational. It's like if someone like that can call themselves a comedian or a good talk show host,
I know, right?
Why can't I then?
Exactly.
Jimmy Kimmel is very inspirational. If he can call himself a comedian, you know what? I can too.
Have them dreams. Why not? Live in the delusion.
Right. And it's like a lot of the journalism things I'm doing now is because I do have that background in political science. And it's like other inspirational figures to me, I would say is like Don Lemon. You know him? He used to have the CNN show. Very inspirational. Because it's like if people like that can call themselves a journalist, why can't I? You know what I mean? Because you can just do things, Nora. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You can just do things.
Just do it. Be the Nike. Just do it.
Yeah. And it's like I said with Jimmy Kimmel, it's like if he can call himself a late night show, I can too. So here's like the last hour of Rumble. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right there at 11 Eastern, 10 Central. The last
It
hour.
works.
Oh, yeah. But also a lot of the things that the material, a lot of the content on here is part of another show I do. It's starting here in Nashville. We're going to start recording, and it is going to be like a version of SNL. I'm trying to get picked up by Fox News. Amen. Let's manifest it. Yeah, that is it.
Brett Cooper got picked up by Fox. Why not you?
I was talking to him when they were here in Nashville too. Go check out my YouTube channel where I was interviewed. It was so sweet. So today we just got started. That was kind of a long intro, but I loved it. Did you love it?
Absolutely.
All right. So sorry, I live in Tennessee and I'm allergic to everything, and I literally just had an allergy attack. So we were coughing and stuff, but we'll get through it. All right. So today we're going to talk about Trump getting called daddy. Did you see that one?
Oh, yes. That's what made me giggle so hard.
Yes.
And that was based off of yesterday's.
Oh my gosh. Yes, we'll get into that. Also, we're going to talk about World War III being put on pause, because where the hell did that headline go? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And finally, hopefully we get to that communist that was just elected mayor of New York City. What?
He wasn't elected the actual mayor.
Well, I mean,
he is the Democratic candidate for mayor. But it's it's a scary thought, isn't it?
Do you think a Democrat is not going to win in New York City?
I know.
We'll get into
That's
it
why
here
I
in a
said
minute.
it's a scary thought.
Because, and with all those headlines, it's along the same vein we were talking about of you can just do things, because you can't just do things. I mean, you can also just say things. And, that's exactly what happened when Trump was there in the office, and you know what? You did all the hard news today. Why don't you present the facts, and then I'll tell you the subscript of that. What was that happened? And who was it? Is the UN ambassador?
No, he was a UN. Oh God! Of course you've. And I would have a brain fart. So he's a UN official of some kind, a higher up. I think he's like the head of the UN type thing. He's a big honcho, and
it wasn't just nobody. It wasn't just a nobody.
No, it wasn't
part of
just
the
a
UN.
little peon. Yes,
so that ties into our actual stream yesterday, which the title of that was "Fuck it, we'll do it live." Obviously, meme of O'Reilly, but also, okay, what the fuck, Microsoft? Something just popped up. Also, not only that, but Donald Trump said when he was being interviewed about Israel fucking up, said, what did he say? I don't messed up that quote.
Oh, he
They
dropped
don't know what
F-bomb.
the fuck they're doing. And then we titled that stream "Fuck It, We'll Do It Live." And then the whole time we were talking about my weird daddy issues. And we said daddy about 150 times yesterday. And then what happened? That UN official said,
couple hours later, not even, just a couple hours later, sits there and calls him daddy.
He said daddy had to use big language or whatever he said.
And sometimes daddy has to come in and use big strong language.
Daddy come use strong language. That's right. Daddy Trump. Ooh, you know who else said that?
Who said it?
Milo Yiannopoulos. You know that dude?
Oh, Milo did say that.
He did. He said, Daddy Trump. Trump is daddy. Sometimes daddy has to have strong language. Everybody forgot about that. I
knew somebody said it. I just forgot who said it. All right. Props to Milo.
Yeah, I shared that on my ex account because he was sitting there. I was like, surely he mentioned this somewhere. So I had to scroll through like 8 fucking tweets of him just calling out Laura Loomer for no fucking reason. I don't know if you saw that subtitle, but he was sitting there.
But there's always a reason. He hates her.
Oh my God. Like, get over it. Anyways, finally scroll down and he like acknowledges where he said, "Oh yeah, I called Trump daddy back in the day." And I was like, that's all you got?
Like, well, he said it on Timcast. Like, yeah, he said it live on Timcast. So it's like, it is out there.
Oh, what he did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He took over Timcast one night because, when Milo goes on, he always takes over.
Oh, I thought you were saying that Timcast at some point referenced Milo's little tweet storm about Laura Loomer. No, that's just here. All right. Well, I think I might be the only news pop politics comedy show talking about it. Maybe no.
Milo brought it up. Milo made sure to bring it up on Timcast.
I know. I'm saying today, like, I don't think the quartering.
No, nobody said a damn thing.
Anything, but it's fucking epic. He is destroying her, and I don't know. Therefore, what I'm getting at is I used to very much look up to Milo for his just willingness to say shit because I believe in you can just say things too. You should be able to without, you just help me.
Be unapologetic about it. Honestly, Milo, when he has his sights set on you, he's going for you and he's going hard. And he is a dog with a bone and he will not stop.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's so crazy that he like puts in so much effort to destroy this woman. Like, I get it. Like, there was some kind of issue where he worked on the campaign, but it's like he's like trying to make everybody hate her and it's sort of working, but I don't know why. And for the longest time I was like, oh my God, Milo, I want to meet him. And then he started kind of getting weird. Like, everybody saw that Timcast thing. Everybody's seen some of the stuff he's talking about. And then just like I read his book Dangerous and he was talking about like anti-drug and actually like some of the advice in there he was talking about how to get over trauma and shit. He was kind of like, get over it, I had to read it in his voice. Like, seriously. And I was like, you know what, sometimes you do kind of need to hear that. Not that that's always the best solution.
The case.
Yeah. That's not always, but kind of like how you were talking about somebody had PTSD from hearing like their friends or their cousins or something like that. Like, come on, get over it, Like, get over yourself. Like, you shouldn't let all this.
Everybody processes differently. It is what it is. And some things, it just takes a little bit more time than others. And other things, it kind of scars you for life. And that's like the character building. Either you deal with it and survive, or you let it crush you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's like stoicism too. It's like if, somebody's saying something about you, it's your choice
how you deal
about
with it.
Like, I can't help the way that you feel about it. The way you feel about me is also none of my fucking business. Like, it's not that I purposely go and try to make people hate me, but I also live very authentically and I can't shut the fuck up because you can just say things.
Well, I run my mouth, and that's the trick, is getting me to shut the fuck up. So either you like me for who I am or you don't. And I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I don't have to be. So it is what it is. Either you like me or you don't, but I'm not going to change who I am because, you don't like who I am. It's like, I'm sorry. Those are your feelings. I don't have to deal with it. I'm an ex-people pleaser. And
it's like
one day my give a damn got busted.
And it's like I don't always like peopling, but you're one of the people that I like peopling with. So I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Because you put up with my crazy ass.
Oh, ditto. Yes. Yeah. It's like, you know, you can actually say things, but you can also make a career out of saying things. I'm here to prove it. And when I get 4 more viewers, I will prove it even harder by ad read. So at least you can help out by like sharing and subscribing and maybe sharing it. That would be super cool right now because it's live. But anyways, let us move on with that. So another thing that was said, because you can just say things, and it's like, I will tell you what. So I was in the military, for y'all that don't know. And I will go on X, Twitter, whatever. X still sounds like a porn site to me, but I will go on to the website formerly known as Twitter and read some of this shit and be like, this is what I fought for. The right to say the stupidest shit. And you know what stupid shit that I heard today?
What stupid shit did you hear today?
Queer liberation.
Excuse me?
Defunding police departments. This was said by the the candidate we were talking about for the primary in New York City, that mayor candidate. Yeah, that was a former tweet of his. Did you hear about this?
No.
Yeah, I saw it on
did not.
What the hell? You see, you've been steeped in all the hard news today that you forgot about the tweet about the queers.
I just forgot about that one tweet because I kind of zoned out for a little bit because my brain has been going so hard. I'm like, okay.
yeah. He was, you can just say things. And one of the things that this dude said was, queer liberation is defunding the police. And I'm just like, how many fucking liberal hoops do you have to hop through to get there? What? How does that happen? You have any insight?
Okay. I question how many more DEI boxes he is trying to check.
All right. So I got an idea. We both have red hair now. Pretend we have blue hair. And then we were trying to figure out what the fuck queer liberation and defunding police have to do. So I guess if we're queer.
But I've had blue hair. And even then, that still doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, but if you... No, that's not what I'm talking about. You're a millennial. Of course you had blue hair at some point. Come on. We all took the Sharpies to our fingernails, too. I know what you're talking about. We're not talking about the kind of goth little cute girls in middle school. I'm talking about how the fuck do you tell me queer... The queers are being oppressed. Let's start off with the first of that. Queers are being oppressed, although I hear about how fucking accepting I should be. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not gonna lie to anybody and tell them they're what. Okay. But anyways, defunding the police, we can't have a conversation about that because I don't really like them either. But I don't know how that's gonna free the queers. How do you free the queers?
By defunding the police, because the police are the ones who come to your rescue when you're being discriminated against. So make it make sense, people. But apparently it doesn't make sense because in their world 2 + 2 = 5.
Well, also,
you remember that bullshit?
I do, but we're oh, wait a second. I guess if I'm going to be morally consistent about not really wanting the police to be so involved, I'd have to agree. Defunding the police, like as a statement. I don't know. What do you think? I'm just kidding. That would be freaking terrible if I couldn't call the cops on somebody.
I know, right? No, I'm okay.
Yeah.
No, see, I like the police.
I'm excited to hear what Michael Malice's take on anarchy. I don't know if you heard about that. That debate's coming up.
Oh, yeah, I know. I can't wait for that. That's going to be great.
Malice is my homie.
I love Michael Malice.
It's like every time I listen to him, I'm like, maybe I am some form of anarchist because I have a really hard time finding flaws with the things that he says. You know what I mean?
Well, see, that's the thing is, in theory, a lot of what he says is great. However, when you actually put pen to paper, and actually make it practice, it comes out way different. So, theory is great. Actual physical going through with everything, it doesn't work that way. So, if you run simulations, even mock ones, anarchy doesn't actually work. It's, again, a nice theory, but it doesn't quite work.
I like to think it would work if we kind of just broke up as a country and became like the balkanized states of America. I think that we could do more effective local governments and call it Michael Malice anarchy.
In smaller pockets, it would be feasible.
That would never work.
But when you get into larger cities, it doesn't work that well.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like, if there is a total collapse, like, I'm not hopeful, or excuse me, I am hopeful about the possibility of the balkanized states of America. Like, that's the plan. Yeah. Like, we'll lead that if anybody wants me to in Washington. I'm totally down to do that. Like, we can talk about if there's total societal collapse, because, there's some people that just say things for a living, and you can just say things like that. Did you know that, Norm?
Oh, yeah, of course. We live in the great United States of America. We can definitely say whatever the fuck we want, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yes. And it's like that, again, Milo, that's why I looked up to him. But now it's like, I'm afraid to even say anything to him because he just destroys people when he feels like it. And it's like, you know how I be doing on X/Twitter. I'd be like tagging everybody and calling out everybody. I'd be like, I think I'm scaring Kanye a little bit because I keep tagging him on Twitter and writing to him. Oh my God. I kind of feel crazier than Kanye some days, Especially when it's like, I am a comedic writer. I'm trying to write shit for my show. And reality is literally so much like season. How did I call it last night? On this season of Earth 2025. It's happening here.
What the bleep do you know?
On this season of Earth 2025, apparently now queer liberation comes in the form of defunding the police because they've lost their ever-loving minds. Let's see if they blow themselves up. Actually, no, because you can just say things, and some of the things you can just say help avert World War III. Yay!
Yay! No World War III. Let's put that on pause. Oh, wait, they might have. Ha!
Because you know why? Because Daddy had things to say, and he said, quit being fucking stupid.
You put him in the corner.
Oh, he said, I'm Daddy. And Daddy said, calm down. He said, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Let me teach you. My name is Daddy Trump. I am here to school you fools.
That made me laugh so hard.
See, how can I write comedy better than that? What is it? What did I say? The way that I can do prophecy is because you have to say, what is the most entertaining outcome? Because whatever alien/god/gods are watching this season are like, oh, we love the drama.
We are the live Truman Show. Let's go.
Oh, you know what? You ever realize this? Truman. Because I like to break down stuff. Like, not like one of those numerology or astrology people, because they are the real weirdos. Truman, the true man.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Did you know this already? Am I the last one to realize this? Truman, true man, the Truman Show.
Yeah. I knew that. But I had it in a psychology class.
Like
one of my psychology classes, we broke down different movies. Like we broke down Me, Myself, and Irene. We broke down The Truman Show. We even talked about Winnie the Pooh, and how it could be, and not that it was, but each individual character could represent an individual feeling, not necessarily a disorder. Everybody's like, oh, it's a disorder. No. Originally it was a feeling. Like Eeyore was melancholy, Tigger was just anxious and excited and happy. Yeah, exactly. Pooh was kind of just like Pooh was relaxed and hungry. Piglet was timid. So it was emotions, not necessarily going on to, but you could technically diagnose them as individual, but that's not originally what it was. They were supposed to be feelings, just like Thomas the Train.
I've heard that about the feeling / psychological disorders associated with Winnie the Pooh, and it's like it does fit so much because I've seen some motherfuckers walk around, and I'm like, that is Eeyore, because they're like, nobody loves me.
That's it's a melancholic state,
or like a depression, and then like, well, I used to substitute teach because the kids love me. I'm kind of act like a child sometimes. And also I'm about the same height as a lot of them too. Like I had fourth graders that were taller than me. Anyways, a good way to relate to children is using different stuff like that. And it's like the reason we're still talking about that entertainment is because like there was a little kernel of truth in it. You know what I mean? It was a way to say things when oh my gosh, when was that created? Look it up, Jamie.
The books came out. The books came out before World War I.
Oh my gosh! So, like, whoever it was like, let's talk about feelings before Freud or something. I don't know. Golly, now we live in a day where you can just say things. Are you seriously searching your memory for that? I love you for that. This is my researcher. Shout out to Nora. Oh, my little encyclopedia. I love it. I love
this stuff. Well, I loved Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of mental disorders, Kanye is another one of them who just exercises the shit out of his free speech. Gotta respect him for that.
The actual series was published October 14th, 1926. However, it was originally released in the London Evening News on December 24th, 1925. So the original story of Winnie the Pooh will be 100 years old this year.
Mm-hmm. How about that?
Boom.
Goodness gracious.
Facts.
We are a little off the rails with the Winnie the Pooh facts, but also we've got to all the topics here today about Trump being called daddy, and you can just do things. And do you got any other pressing news stories before we kind of go into the second segment here?
No, that was about it, besides the crazy dude with all the titles.
Pardon me?
The crazy dude with all the titles that is running for mayor of New York.
He's got titles?
Oh, he's a communist, and he's this, that, and the other. He's got a whole bunch of like things that he labels himself as. He's got a lot of labels. Not titles, but labels, I should say.
I've got a lot of opinions on communism.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where to start. Communism?
It's interesting, and it's frustrating all at the same time. It really is.
Because you know what it is? Like I said, I used to work with children, and I still have a hard time of relating to anyone who would want communism. And it's like, I can't get myself in the headspace enough to even argue with someone who thinks that's a good idea. Like, I don't know. Have you had any debates with communists? They don't like me, and they won't even come debate me. So if any communist wants to come, I think they're scared. I don't know, or I just haven't had the.
No, I've never met a communist that actually wants to debate or have any kind of intelligent conversation because, well, they're communists. They don't really debate their thought or theory. They just are.
Sorry, I just had a flashback. I do remember a communist that I did know, and it didn't find out until I was in a car on a date with him, and he was like, "I'm a communist," and I'm like, "You need to let me out, not on the freeway, like, but we need to go."
You're like, this is not gonna work. Oh, that's kind of like this post I saw where this guy was like, "Hey, so we're still on for tonight, right?" And she goes, "Yeah, that time's great. Just so we don't waste any time, I voted for the dude in New York, and I'm so excited. What are your feelings about that?" And all of a sudden, you see a screenshot sent. Dinner reservations were canceled. It's just like,
you know what? When I got married 15 years ago, there was not a lot of open public talk or all this division with political parties. Like, it was totally not even part of the conversation most of the time at all. So my husband's a little bit of lefty.
Yeah, but you can forgive him.
Yeah. Kind of lost where I was going before I mentioned him. Communism. We were kind of talking about
communism is bad. The dude from New York is claiming to be a communist, and you don't know how this is going to work.
Yes. Oh, wait a second. We don't really necessarily have to talk about that. I was more. Yeah. Got off on the rails.
It happens, dude. My brain is fried today. I still have one more show to do tonight.
Oh gosh, do you want to go?
Yeah, well, I've got to get going here in a couple of minutes because I know that he's going to start, but he starts when After Dark ends. So that could be anywhere from like 15 minutes or 20 minutes from now to an hour from now.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe Tyler is the one hosting tonight. So it will probably end around 15 to 30 after.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. I'll give myself probably about another 5 minutes or so I can give myself a nice little break before I go and do some nightcap.
Word. But I just want to say that I did a stream with lovely Nora yesterday too, that I almost immediately after watched it or after recorded it, started rewatching it again and laughed just as hard because I tried out a lot of the material that is going to be a part of my stand-up material. I am going to be at Zany's in Nashville, the comedy club. You know, I'm dry mouth. Hold on. Let me just spill that everywhere real quick. And I'm going to do like an SNL type show. Hopefully get picked up by Fox News. Maybe they'll see this and just change their mind. I am an official Daily Wire reject now. I don't know if I got to tell you that. There is a whole story with that. We could save that if you want to.
That's a funny story. You know what? We could wrap up with that because that would be good enough for that's a good enough ending. Being a Daily Wire reject.
Oh, you want to hear that?
Yeah, and we can wrap up with that before I head out.
Well, sure. And I'll just say that, like, to preface this, everything happens for a reason, and I'm really glad they rejected me because of what came shortly after that rejection. So now I proudly wear the Daily Wire reject as a badge of honor because I don't want to be associated with them. I should have known Anyways, Canada Villains is a whole episode. We actually that's in the works. We'll get on that later. But okay, so here's the deal. I work in entertainment here in Nashville. I know about different casting calls, things like that. And they reached out as like an open casting call for a series with Jordan Peterson. And this is before the interview with Joe Rogan. This is before that
Jubilee.
Complete train wreck Jubilee. Holy crap. And they were apparently scouting out people and trying to build him up as his own new cool thing or whatever, trying to make him the next star of the Daily Wire. Is this fucking old Canadian dude? He's so Nashville. Like, what could go wrong? And apparently they didn't like my casting submission. I don't know. I probably didn't follow directions or who fucking knows. So they turned me down for that. They were casting for something else. And I'm like, holy shit. So I kind of like sniffed around a little bit, leave out a few details. Anyway, they were trying to turn him into a star. Then a little bit after that, they had a opening for a producer that would be making new clips. So basically, like right after Brett Cooper kind of situation. Anyways, I submitted a whole thing because I am a producer as well. And it was brilliant and it was a little wacky. And I was like, if they do this, as in hire me as a producer, don't know how well that I would fit in because there started some crack showing. And I thought, surely if Michael Knowles and Matt Walsh, who's really the only talented person left there, like Michael Knowles is cool, but it's like, cookie cutter. And, if they can get away with some of the things or at least not talk about it, maybe they take a chance on me. And then and then I got the rejected letter where they were like, we don't really think maybe I'll read it someday. But they were like, yeah, your brand is we're not interested in producing your variety SNL show and try Timcast. And I'm just kidding. They didn't say that, but come on, let's be real. The only people who would even believe in free speech enough as a independent media company. Like anyway, yeah, the quartering, like I'm not counting on that. But I don't know, maybe me and Candace Owens should team up. Anyways, the Daily Wire rejected me, and then Jordan Peterson was like, let me go make a fool of myself. And then he did. And I was like, thank you, God. There must be a higher power, because it was like, we are not going to let you go to the Daily Wire. Because let's see, how would that have played out? I would get on there. I would immediately say something that would get myself in trouble. Hello, my cat just jumped up here with me. And then it would be a scandal, and then I don't know, and then Mossad's after me or some shit. I don't know. It's anybody's guess. Say hello to Tarzan. Oh my gosh. Tarzan.
Well, hello, Tarzan. You're so cute.
He's very
Kitty is all fluffy.
Yes, he's a ragamuffin, and if anyone cares, you know what a ragamuffin is?
Oh, yes. Of course I know what a ragamuffin is.
They got like rabbit fur that's like fuzz instead of hair. Oh my God. Sorry about that. And he, when you pick them up, they kind of go limp in your hands. We're chicks. We're going to talk about cats once in a while. Get over it. So yeah, to wrap that up in a bow, my little conspiracy theory with that is that they did not give a shit if Jordan Peterson did well or if he was, had egg on his face, because either way, we're talking about him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kanye strategy. I'm calling it now. We still talking about it. right?
Yeah, it is the Kanye strategy. 100%.
I have literally fuzz all over me.
Oops.
That's okay. Well, madam, are you getting sleepy?
I gotta get myself ready for nightcap.
I don't want to strain you here with this little situation. This has been so fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's been a blast. I think out of all the shows, because I did Tyler Today News, and then I went straight into Outworld Live, and then I went straight into Quiet Part Pod, and then I took a break because we were all watching Timcast. And then you and I started getting this together towards the end. And now we're doing this. And then I'm going to take like a 5 or 10 minute break or however long it's going to take. And then I got to do nightcap. So today has been a very, very long day. And my brain is already kind of halfway fried. And I've got to still be functional for nightcap. So
let me do this quick ad read. And then I'm going to let you keep rumbling and I'm going to rumble someone else. And this sponsorship is from Rumble. Woo! And it's one that is incredibly important to the survival of the company because it is amazing. Oh, I love free speech. Okay, ready?
Ready.
When Rumble first started in 2013, they built the platform for the small creator. They didn't censor or have bias. They were fair and treated all creators equally. No one thought platforms would censor political conversations or censor opinions on COVID because they did not listen to Alex Jones. However, they did do that, and Facebook admitted they felt pressure from the Biden and Harris administration to absolutely no one's surprise if you were paying a lick of attention. But Rumble did not censor. They held the line. They are attacked daily for giving us a voice to talk to you. They are attacked in corporate media. They are attacked by governments like France because, the place that invented democracy had to let everyone in and fuck it up. But they are attacked from brand advertisers who refuse to work with them. Corporate America is fighting to remove speech. Rumble is fighting to keep it. Rumble won't survive with brand advertisers. They want me. And they don't get any other brand advertisers, so that's why I'm talking to you. But watching our show on Rumble is the most they can ask from you. But if you really believe in this fight, and if you have the means, one major way you can help Rumble survive is by joining Rumble Premium. We'd love to have you here. You can join the community that believes in the First Amendment and believes in our human right to free speech. Rumble is offering $10 off with the promo code Studio, STUDIO, when you purchase an annual subscription. So go to rumble.com/premium and use promo code Studio. Like I said, if you have the means and believe in the cause, now is the time to join Rumble Premium. If you don't have the means, we are just happy to have you watch us on Rumble. Was my whole face out of the frame?
No, ma'am, you were in frame. It's me that's covered. Oh, actually, it's reversed. You're the one out of frame, and I'm the one in frame. Haha, we've got
that's what I'm saying.
That.
I'm sorry you guys didn't get to see my beautiful facial expressions.
You got to see my beautiful face.
You can come back tomorrow or whenever we stream. All right, love you guys. Brilliant. I love you guys. Okay, we're out. Good night. This has been amazing. Woo-woo.
Well, we will start figuring out a streaming time and all that fun jazz, and we will let you guys know. We will update you on all that. And if you want to follow us, come find us in the Discord. I am at Ruby_Nora_AK in the Discord. And you can also find me on Nightcap and Outworld Live with Joey Cannoli. Those are also Rumble shows. They all stemmed from the Timcast Discord. So, yeah.
Cool. All right. So maybe we'll get into some more weird daddy issues because maybe that's what's wrong with this country. And feminine, excuse me. Wait, I think I need to tweet this real quick. Feminism is worse than cancer. Hashtag Kanye. Hashtag Milo. Hashtag Andrew Tate. Okay. All right.
All right.
We're out.